Good evening. Hi everyone. It is Fertility Talk Live. We are just going to give it a couple of minutes before we actually bring anyone in. Tonight we are talking to Karen from Lamel, and we are talking PCOS symptoms and treatments. Hi Karen, I actually see you've joined. Thank you for joining. And we're just going to give you a couple of minutes to join notifications, and then I'll invite you in. So hope everyone is in Cape Town, especially it's warm enough, and we're going to try something different this evening, and we're actually going to be adding 2 people on, because I think we can do it. So bear with us. Hope we can do this. So I'm going to accept Karen, Siobhan, Susanna, Nanny, Miriam. Thanks for joining, guys. We're talking PCOS symptoms and treatments. There we go. Karen. Hi, Karen.
Hello. How are you?
Fine. How are you?
Good, thank you. Thank you for having us on your talk again. I'm lucky to be here.
Pleasure. You're looking good.
Thank you.
So we just wait for. Thank you. We're just gonna wait for Susanna to actually send us a request. And like I said, guys, we are trying this, and let's hope that it's actually going to work. I've never done this before, so fingers crossed. Susanna, if you can, yeah.
I've been on a talk like this, but I've not been on the receiving end. So
Okay.
I attended.
Okay, so let's just wait for I think it's Ovary. She's going in with the Ovary handle. Okay.
I'm not sure if Susie's coming in as a Varia or if she's going to come in as herself. Okay. So let's see. She might. Yeah. So if you do get a request from a Susanna, that's her.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So maybe we should, while we wait for Susanna to actually send us a request, we can just go ahead and talk. So thanks everyone again for joining us. Today we're talking about PCOS. This evening, sorry. We're talking about PCOS symptoms and treatments. Yeah, it's something that, yes, we do the talk all the time, but I mean, yesterday again I got a request, someone asking, can we please talk about PCOS, and I referred them to our YouTube channel where all the videos are on. But it's definitely a subject more and more people are getting to know about it. More and more women, are getting to know about it, hearing about it. So it's important to actually continue having the talk. So yeah, so I don't know if there's something you want to say while we wait for Susanna to come on.
Yeah, I think that, and I really was thinking about our conversation during the day just to prepare myself a little bit, because you do think about what are we going to chat about. And I believe that October is PCOS Awareness Month. Is that correct?
Yeah.
PCOS Awareness Month.
I don't know if it's September, October. I need to just double check on the date.
Sorry, I was thinking already in September. I'm losing my mind. So I think it's September. It's next month. It's September. And I was just thinking once again about our job to create awareness and what are we doing to create awareness. And I was literally challenged by a friend in a group one day when she said, what are you doing in your community to make it better? And I was like, okay, well,
yeah.
And which community are you talking about? But anyway, so I think that, as you say, it is a conversation. I think that many people, I think there is more awareness, and I think people are becoming aware of it. So it's not just females. I think there are a lot of guys who are also hearing about this, and they're going, oh, well, maybe this is something that we need to look at, because it is pregnancy and having babies on the fertility side of things is a tango that two people are involved in. And then I think also what I'm finding is I'm getting a broad spread of people who are now being diagnosed, who are actually getting the diagnosis, and then coming to us with questions. And it is about educating people that this condition exists and that it is treatable. It is manageable. I don't know if you want to talk from your experience.
No, I'm just thinking, I always say that if only I had this much information like 10, 15 years ago, you know, I could explain why I'm picking up the weight and not just say, oh, maybe I'm eating too much. And I know for a fact at the time I was telling my husband, at the time, I mean, I think I was 17, 18. I never ate cheese. I never ate chips. I never ate chocolates. I didn't eat meat. I never ate chicken. So what was left to eat? I ate veg. I lived on vegetable. I was thin, you know. And all of a sudden, I went from a size, I think it was, I was size 26, 27, 28, that way, somewhere there, to, we're not going to talk about what my size is now. But that is how, that was all due to PCOS, which I did not understand. I knew, I was told I had PCOS. I was told, all I was told by the doctor was, you've got polycystic ovarian syndrome, and, you know, you're going to struggle to conceive. That's all I was told, but I was 16. What did I know? And I told my mom about it. My mom said, don't tell anybody about it. And I was like, oh, this is a disease. I've got something, something's wrong with me.
Yeah, what if someone catches it from me?
Yes, exactly. So it was like I had to keep this quiet. I wasn't allowed to talk to anybody about it. But if I was well informed about it, I could have done something. You know, I always talk about my acne that I sit with and all these other things that I deal with because of PCOS. But I mean, these things are all things that could have been avoided. You know, the back and forth treatment. And the other day I was thinking about the medication that the doctors put me on. You know, I was put on Clomid all the time. And I know for a fact, like, with PCOS, I was like back and forth for 6 months at a time. Then I take a break, and then the doctor then I go back to the doctor again. 6 months of Clomid, and it did all these things.
It's not great for weight loss.
Exactly, it's not good for weight loss. It's not. It doesn't work. It's like the worst thing.
It doesn't. It has the opposite effect. It is, you pick up weight like this. That's literally when you walk past the chocolate and it suddenly is on your hip.
Exactly. So, you know, it's like I was being put on all the wrong medication, back and forth to doctors. I mean, it was the same doctor, and only when I was on my very last week, I didn't know what to do anymore, in my late 30s, he tells me, I think you should go to a fertility specialist, you know, and that is when I actually started Fertility Solutions. And I was like, something needs to be done, because, yeah, I spent half of my life, of my adult life, you know, my prime fertility life, I would say, peak period, trying to conceive, but being at different doctors, not understanding what PCOS is, me not understanding PCOS as well. You know, giving all the wrong medication, pushing up my weight, which makes it even harder to conceive, which a lot of people don't understand, people that are dealing with PCOS. So yeah, it's like everything that was wrong for me, it was given to me, and I took it because I'm like, it's my doctor, and he's telling me this is what I need to take. So, so yeah, if the more awareness we create about it and talk about it, you know, it might be taking somebody's fertility journey from a 10-year journey down to a 2-year journey or 1-year journey, hopefully, because we're creating this awareness and saying there is something out there, and there is help for you, you know, when it comes to PCOS. Sorry,
and
maybe I said too much.
Yeah. No, not at all. I think, and I see Susie's not coming on camera tonight.
Yes.
I want to say she's a chicken. 8 o'clock at night. Put your lipstick on. I'm teasing. So Susie is online, and she's going to she'll answer questions. So if you do have questions, please don't hesitate to type them in the text box. Susie will give you some answers. I know that I can't concentrate on 2 things at once. So if you have got questions, hello everybody, and please do ask.
Yeah.
And I think so. So Leanne, where do we start with what is PCOS? What would you like if I could go back to the 16-year-old Leanne?
Yeah.
What would she need to know? Because I mean, I can climb in technically, but that doesn't really help.
Yeah, so I think I would want to know what PCOS actually is. Like not just tell me you've got PCOS. Okay, so I've got PCOS, but what is it? How is it
Okay.
going to affect me? What steps do I need to take now in order for me to be okay, stay a healthy weight, stay everything else, the hormone imbalance, all those other things, whatever we call it now. For me not to have any of those issues.
Okay. So let's start with so PCOS, of course, stands for polycystic ovarian or ovary syndrome. All right.
Okay. So before you go on, sorry, I've got Susanna actually sent a request. Do you want me to add her?
Yeah, we can. Please do.
Okay, awesome. Okay. I'm answering. There we go. And go live, Susanna. Oh, please don't kick me out. There we go. Is she joining? I think she's joining now. No. Let's give it 2
Takes a little
minutes.
while.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's see. It's accepting. I'm going with Susanna. Okay. We tried. If she goes live, if she comes on, she comes on. If you haven't, please guys, if you've got questions, please just put it in the answers. And Susanna from the Melt, she's actually going to just answer your questions and help you guys out. Sorry, please continue.
All right. So polycystic ovary syndrome. So poly means lots of, cysts on your ovaries. That's really what it is. Okay. So how I would explain it to my daughter, who's now 21 but was 16 at this stage, is when your ovaries grow. So as they grow, so when you ovulate, what happens first is in your menstrual cycle. So you've menstruated. Then after menstruation, what happens is these 1 or 2 or 12 or 20 little eggs start to grow. They become adult, all right? And they open up and they become little cysts. And then just before, so that happens over a 28-day period. And just before, 14-day period, let me get my days right. Just before the middle of the month or the middle of the cycle, what happens is that egg gets a little bit big and then it pops. Okay, so that's controlled by hormones. But when it pops, it releases estrogen and the little egg and a whole lot of other stuff. But the other stuff's not that important. When it releases the estrogen with the little egg, that little egg, of course, goes into the fallopian tube and goes into the uterus to be fertilized. But that estrogen goes to your brain and it triggers the pituitary gland to slow down the production of male hormones. Okay, so in our bodies, we have boy-type hormones and we have girl-type hormones. We have our estrogens, progesterone, and oxytocin, and then we have our male hormone, which is, of course, testosterone, and there are various forms of testosterone. Now, in polycystic ovary syndrome, what happens is they grow, those ovaries grow, but they never pop. And sometimes they become so big, they can be as big as a golf ball. Now, these are minute little, you can't even see them, they're so tiny when they pop. Like, you think when it becomes a golf ball and it starts taking over space, of course it creates pain and discomfort, but not more important. But one of the things that happens is your body's hormones become unbalanced. Now, that can then lead to a few things. So now you have more male hormone. In the first place, your body produces male hormone, and there's nothing that's controlling it. So it's like a woman that has a gold card and she's running around and she's just buying stuff. Okay, no limit. There's nobody going, honey, stop what you're doing. All right. Also, what happens in polycystic ovary syndrome, because of that hormone imbalance is generally inside our bodies. Testosterone is bound to something. So it's called sex hormone binding globulin. Sounds terrible. All right. But it binds testosterone. And what it does is it takes it to where it's needed and it delivers it there. Now, in polycystic ovary syndrome, not the binding, the thing that it binds to, there's less of the sex hormone binding globulin. And so there's a lot of free testosterone. So everywhere where there's a testosterone receptor, we have many testosterone receptors in our hair follicles, in our sebaceous glands. It binds and it has a male effect on that. Now then what happens is you have oily skin, you have acne, you can have abnormal hair growth related to that, right? So those are all the things that the male hormone sort of causes.
Karen. I think we lost Karen there. I don't know if I'm gone or Karen's gone. Okay, I think we lost Karen for a couple of minutes and just wait for her to come back. Okay, Karen, can you just send us, I think we lost Karen there for a couple of minutes, but we'll just wait for her to just send us another invite. And we'll get back on. Yeah, so we'll just wait for Karen to actually send us another. There we go. Let's see if that is going to bring her back. Karen, you there? Just give it a couple of minutes. Sorry, guys. Karen was just getting to the good parts. So we'll just wait for her. Let's go live again. Okay. Karen, you just want to please send me another request. So guys, if you've just joined us, we are talking about PCOS symptoms and treatments. We are speaking to Karen. Karen is from Ovary Lamel, which is, they've got the product Ovaria, which is specifically for women that's dealing with PCOS, and it helps with the symptoms and treatment. So I'm trying to get Karen back, and we'll just have to just wait a couple of minutes to actually get guys back. And there we go. You're back. What happened? This is, oh no, she's gone again. I think she's having connection problems. And we're just gonna wait for her. There we go. Let's try and go live again. You there, Karen? Just give it a minute or so. I think she's coming back in now. Yeah, we speaking to Karen again from Ovaria Lamel. We're getting a request and accept it. Go live. There we go. Okay, I'm just going to give it 2 minutes, guys. Apologies about this, but you know, we've got no control when it comes to technical. And we just have to accept what the universe throws at us for this. Karen, I seem to not be able to accept you. If you can just send us one more request and see what happens, or otherwise we can just start it all over from the beginning. And yeah, let me try and do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually start it all over. So I'll be back in about 2 minutes, guys. Thanks very much. Cancel. Okay. Let's see. Go live. Well, maybe she's going to come back now. Sorry, it's actually saying you're not able to join. So yeah, guys, sorry about that. I am actually going to just start it over again. and we'll be back to